Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to let everyone know that I am not a medical doctor, a spiritual master, or an expert of any kind. I'm just a country pumpkin sharing his theoretical perspective for entertainment purpose only. The topic for entertainment today is superstition and the ignorance of Buddhism. Buddhism, as it is practiced today and back then, it create or foster an environment for people to give up their power, to become a victim of life. It beca- it create an environment for people to be dependent upon what you call the priest to tell them what to do, what is right, what is wrong, and create that superstitious behavior where the organization itself supports. Like, for example, when you go to a Buddhist temple, people go there to, some go there to check in because it's part of the blood, it's part of the culture, it's part of the tradition. Yet, but there are people go there to pray, which is okay. But if you pray to the wrong God or fake gods or little gods, then it is a problem because you're feeding a vampiric system, a parasitic system without knowing it. You go there to give offerings. A lot of people go to the temple to give offerings. They use it for business or personal, family, whatever. It is satanic practice without even knowing it because it's integrated into everyday life, into a ceremony. Then people accepted it as a way of life. That's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. So when people go to the temple, they offer the pig, chicken, whatever they're offering, even they'll offer regular vegetarian food or just fruits. That ceremony itself, in a way, is satanic practice. Bribery. You bribe the gods to give you good fortunes, luck in business, uh, blessings. If they are truly gods, they would not need anything from us. They would not need no rice cakes, no steamed rice, no chicken, no pigs, whatever is put on the platter as an offering. There would be no exchange unless you worshiping some kind of devils that disguise himself as a god. So they create an exchange, a gift, a bribe, a sacrifice. So when we talk about unconditional love, there is no condition to giving. Yet the Buddhist teachings, they always want to give, to get blessings, good fortunes. So you need to go to heaven. When you go to heaven, easy. This is a price for heaven. You don't have this, you go to hell. It further complicated things when there are Confucius teachings and other teachings involved that make people think accept the satanic sacrifices as normal. For example, you make offering to your ancestors to show filial piety. You offer chickens and this, and on birthday, death day, mostly death days when you make offering, or you special holiday. But it's just silly. If you put it straightforward, it's silly, superstitious things that people put in there to make it acceptable, to make the satanic sacrifice looks acceptable and normal, and it's okay because now you're worshiping your ancestors. You're not worshiping some kind of devil. If you look at it in a logical, more logical way, to give offering food and clothing and things you burn for your ancestor, I'm sorry, but once a year, that is a fake ceremony to create what you call, just to fool yourself and make those spiritual masters or those guys holding ceremony put money in their pocket, because they're feeding on people fear, anxiety, worry, regret, and all the other negative emotions. And we have offerings for our ancestors on special holidays. Oh, eat this, you get this, and you get this. But there are 365 days in a year. There are 365 days in a year, and you're not counting leap year. What are they going to be eating the other 364 days? They can chew on that and think on that for all eternity if what they want. Because people don't question. Whatever spiritual master we call thầy tâm linh in Vietnam said, it is what, that's like law. They don't question it. They accept everything spiritual unconditionally without asking, does it make sense? Is it silly? Just like offering food to our ancestors once a year when they are going to eat the rest of the other days. If your ancestors is supposed to go to heaven, which is none of them do, then they're in heaven. What would they need your food, your offerings for? Unless your ancestor is a very bad person, he's going to hell where they lack everything. And I can tell you, every Vietnamese ancestor is going to hell because everybody's praying and burning stuff and sending them all these things, car, houses, fake money, to represent all the necessity of the physical reality that they need. And I guess they're doing without subconsciously, without believing, without thinking, without even realizing that shit, my ancestors go no to hell, because even though they call themselves a Buddhist, what they are called is the đạo sống, the ethics must be so bad that when they die, they go to hell. If they go to heaven, they wouldn't need any of those things. It would be in paradise, right? So why do all Vietnamese make offering to the ancestors and burn stuff like fake cars, house, bed, toys, shoes, whatever they can burn for those spiritual community people called ceremony communities, ceremony spiritual master, for them to whack in the dough. Use fear, feeling people fear and worry and regret, that because when their family members, their grandmom, their father, when they was alive, they didn't spend much time with them and treat them not very well. So when they die, they have all this regret. There was abandoning, neglecting the ancestors, the parents, the grandparents. Now that they died, now they use a ceremony to satisfy their regrets. Oh, I should have done that better. I should have treated them better. Regardless, new ceremony has been used to milk people of the energy, of the money, and to force a more negative energy of regret. It just forced her to feed, to create that environment of negative energy, to feed those one-eye group, those invisible forces behind the demonic forces. It's always forcing those negative energy. And people don't think. My family is going to have gone to heaven. What would they need these things? But they know that all the answers are going to hell, because that's why they keep sending all this stuff. That's why I ask the people around, they can't even answer me. What, your ancestor is that horrible person? They're going to hell. That's why I have to burn all that stuff for you. or just doing because that's what tradition, custom told them to do. But they don't realize, but my mom, my grandparents are awesome people. They're going to hell. They're going to heaven. They're not going to hell. Why would they need those things? So that is part of that's been mixed and intermingled with Buddhism to be a normal practice. When you have opening your company, and you make some offerings to bribe whatever gods there is to give you good fortune and luck in business to be successful. You made in a transaction, a satanic sacrifice of chickens and pigs, so that you'll be well off. And that kind of ceremonies, whether it's for family, business, and anything else, is integrated right into Buddhism, and it's taken right to the temple and do the same thing. All different temples, and who support all that, and who didn't step their feet down and say, ah, this is no. Your ancestors is going to heaven and going to hell. Why you need this stuff? Because Buddhism survived and thrived on those superstitious behavior, on those ignorance, so they can fill up their pocket and spread more fear, propagandas to satisfy and justify its parasitic existence. It is providing no service to humanity besides in the positive context of experience. They provide a good experience for what it is to give away your power. Really, what it is like to be a victim of life and being in a program matrix environment. And thank you then for that experience. They have done no part in clearing it up and makes things make more sense for people. They only add fuel to the fire. And with that in perspective, enlightenment is a very, very far away. That light at the end of the tunnel, that is a very long tunnel. And good luck wishing the end of that cave. Thank you, everyone.